I recently finished probably one of the best books that I have read in 2025. I know I keep saying that because I have read some really great bangers lately, but this one is definitely one of those top 10 books. The River of Doubt, and it is by Candice Millard. This book is a great mix of science, history, and adventure. The River of Doubt tells a story about Theodore Roosevelt who leaves his presidency. Most people know Theodore Roosevelt as this tough, energetic leader who has built national parks. He charged up San Juan Hill, but after his time in office, he is absolutely restless. So when the opportunity came to explore an uncharted river deep in the Amazon rainforest, he took up the opportunity. The river is known as the River of Doubt, and it turned out to be probably one of the most dangerous journeys of his entire life. At first, the expedition was supposed to be a scientific mission. The team wanted to map the river, collect some specimens, and make geographic and biological discoveries. But the deeper they went into the Amazon, everything started to fall apart. They faced disease and starvation and constant exhaustion. The jungle was alive and hostile with deadly insects, snakes, and with endless suffocating heat. And on top of that, there were real fears of attacks from indigenous tribes watching them from the forest. What I loved about this book is just how well Candice Miller brings in all of these elements together. She doesn't just tell this survival story, she shows how science and exploration were deeply tied to courage and obsession. You really feel like you're in the middle of the rainforest with Roosevelt and his crew, struggling to survive and trying to record the data and map the river. Miller does a great job of showing Roosevelt not as a hero, but as a real human being. He's older and weaker, and he's haunted by the past political failures. You can sense just how much he wants to prove himself again. His relationship with his son Kermit is especially moving. Kermit is torn between the love of his father and the fear that this journey is going to destroy them both. The writing is vivid and cinematic. You can almost feel the humidity. You can hear the insects buzzing and that constant sense of tension. Miller clearly did her research, but this story never feels weighed down by facts. Instead, the historical and the scientific details make it even more real and immersive. By the end, I was struck by how much this book says about human determination. The River of Doubt isn't just about exploration, it's about pushing limits, what people can endure for the sake of discovery. It shows both beauty and brutality of nature and how fragile we really are in comparison. So if you like stories with a real mix of history with adventure and scientific curiosity, I definitely recommend The River of Doubt. It's intense, emotional, and full of fascinating details. This is the kind of book that makes you appreciate both the courage of explorers and the wildness of the world in which they faced.